Nigeria just destroyed Euro 5 and tossed it straight into the garbage, and that single moment changed everything. For once, the ancient saying that any day Nigeria finally awakes, the world will never remain the same, is no longer prophecy. It has begun unfolding in real time. The silence that followed, the absence of global media fanfare, the eerie quietness from Western news outlets, none of it should raise eyebrows. Because this right here is a deal breaker, a tectonic shift, the type of revelation they prefer to bury 6 feet beneath international headlines. To understand how Nigeria just cooked Euro 5 like a cold breakfast, setting a new record that rattled the energy cartel to its roots, we must go back in time, back to 1900, when Lugard stitched together a geopolitical Frankenstein and called it Nigeria. He did not create a nation, he created a time bomb, a chaos generator, a sleeping giant engineered to sleep forever. And ever since the global energy industry emerged, Euro 5 has been worshipped like the holy grail of gasoline, the immaculate fuel, the supreme standard, the mightiest of the mighty. But deep in the corner of West Africa, inside a nation the world pretends is helpless, something else was rising. A revolutionary movement, whispered only in dark corners of the West, silenced in boardrooms, and blacklisted in energy conferences. This movement has been doing push-ups for decades. Every suppressed truth, every buried document, every sabotaged initiative, finally resurfacing like a volcanic eruption they feared but could never stop. Nigeria's economy has endured aggressive Western interference, economic chokeholds, strategic destabilization, and silent wars disguised as assistance programs. The infamous Henry Kissinger memo clearly stated that Nigeria must never be allowed to use its natural resources for the benefit of its own people. Yes, you heard that right. And despite this, 95% of Nigerians still walk around in the illusion of freedom, not knowing they are inside a system architected to fail by design. Nigeria is the only major crude oil producing country on Earth whose government cannot even state the exact quantity of crude it owns. Imagine that. A country with colossal crude oil reserves, but no functional refineries for decades. Instead, raw crude was shipped out, only to import adulterated, engine-killing, poverty-manufacturing fuel from abroad. Then, in 2023, Aliko Dangote decided to break the pattern. He embarked on building the largest single-train refinery on the planet. A refinery designed to do everything, from crude to high-grade gasoline, within one colossal industrial monster. But just when Nigerians thought salvation had arrived, another horror emerged. Fuel prices skyrocketed from 700 to 1,000 naira, choking a nation already on its knees. But this isn't random. For years, fuel has been the inflation grenade detonated inside Nigeria's economy. Every increase sets off a chain reaction: transportation, food, commodities, blowing prices into the stratosphere. IMF even said Nigeria's fuel price needs to rise more. The more Nigerians cry, the more the international bodies applaud. But behind Dangote's success was a vault. Yeah, a vault of information buried since Nigeria was born. Western energy giants, Shell, Chevron, ExxonMobil, controlled Nigeria's crude flow like puppet masters. They decided what leaves, who buys, who refines, and honestly, how much Nigerians should suffer. Zero transparency, zero accountability. Then something strange happened. Nigerian motorists began quietly testing Dangote's gasoline. No media coverage, no official announcement, but in real time, something was shifting on the streets. Motorists preferred Dangote's fuel, not because it was cheaper, not at all, but because it was better. It burned slower. Engines ran smoother. It lasted longer. A miracle in an economy where fuel is now a life-or-death expense. Queues formed only at gas stations selling locally refined fuel. Why? Curiosity turned into loyalty, loyalty into questions, questions into investigations. We dug deeper, and what we uncovered shook the room. Dangote's fuel wasn't just good. It was a direct threat to the entire fuel importation mafia that has been bleeding Nigeria dry for 40 years. His fuel was too clean, too efficient, too powerful, too unraveling. That's when the plot twist dropped from the sky like a thunderbolt. The United States and other nations began importing fuel from Nigeria. Read that again. Replay that line 100 times. Because, honestly, it has never happened in history. Nigeria, the country mocked for importing everything the country sabotaged to remain dependent, suddenly became an exporter of high-grade fuel. The same West that sold substandard fuel to Nigerians is now buying superior gasoline refined on Nigerian soil. That shift sent tremors through the global petroleum matrix. But then came the footage, the diesel, the aviation fuel, the lubricants, the petroleum byproducts. The color alone, yes, the color of diesel refined from Nigerian crude sparked a global identity crisis. It was just too clean, too rich, too potent. It obliterated everything we've been taught about diesel quality. It exposed the decades of adulteration, manipulation, and engineered inferiority that Nigerians were forced to consume. For the first time ever, Nigerians saw their true resource potential, raw, unfiltered, uncontaminated. And that's when it hit. Euro 5 didn't just lose. Euro 5 got destroyed, dismembered, and thrown into the dustbin of history. A new chapter opened. Nigeria, long mocked, long underestimated, long sabotaged, just revealed that the real global standard of petroleum was never Euro 5. It was Nigeria's crude all along. And now that the sleeping giant is stretching its arms, the world is already trembling. If this is the beginning, the world has no idea what is coming next. Watch the video clip. Let it sink deep, because when we return, we are dropping the bombshell that buried Euro 5 for good.
This is the crude. This is what gives back to all this you are looking at here.
Say again.
This is the crude. From the crude, we have all this. From crude, we have this. This is the naphtha. The naphtha, we give back to this, and these are the full products. Gasoline. This is PMS. This is also PMS. This is the PMS that goes to the US. This is US grade PMS. This is another PMS. This is 95. This is US grade. This is Nigerian grade.
There was a difference between the two grades.
It's based on the standard for each country. Every country, they have their own standard, so we can produce this and that. This is Jet 4. This is diesel. Right? This is also diesel. This is Euro 5 diesel. This is above Euro 5 diesel. This is Euro 6 diesel. This is the lowest we produce carbon black feedstock. This is our resin, and this is pellet. You produce this, and then you produce this.
Let's come back to diesel again.
Diesel.
Because most of the diesel we see is not as clear as this. It looks like just drink it.
Yeah. This is.
Where is the radio man? Much of it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I must say I'm very impressed by what I've seen here. This is the Nigerian food, and it's giving birth to all of these products. And we're going to count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 different products are produced in this refinery. And what I'm really impressed with, in Europe, the highest standard grade that they're using in European, because like you know they have a Eurozone, is Euro 5.
Yeah.
And right here, they are able to produce Euro 6, which is one level higher than what they produce in Europe. So we really have to appreciate what the Dangote industries have done for Nigeria. It is a major standard. As we were coming here, I saw ships. Some of them were going to Houston, others were going to Brazil, and some were going to Argentina. I was told, and correct me if I'm wrong, that in the not too distant future, we'll also have some going to India, and one other country they mentioned, I can't remember the name. But this is lovely, I'm very impressed.
Welcome back, scorched souls. That epic footage, not just eye candy arson, it's the plot twist eviscerating diesel dogma since Eve. Color alone nukes the myth. Why settle for Euro 5's dingy diesel when Nigeria's bruise buttery brilliance? But dig deeper. This revolution's roots run red with rigged rivers. Shell, Chevron, ExxonMobil. The unholy trinity puppeteering Nigeria's pipelines since Lugard's lunacy. No transparency. Zero accountability, just rivers of black gold funneled west, leaving locals lapping scraps. Buried intel since independence. Nigerian crude's a unicorn. Low sulfur, high yield, Euro 5's secret shame. They've hawked subpar swill as standard while hoarding the holy grail. Dangote, he cracked the vault. Now, products cascade ultra-low sulfur diesel, ULSD, gleaming at 10 parts per million sulfur versus Euro 5's wheezing 10 to 50 parts per million limits. Gasoline? RON 95 plus punch. Cleaner combustion. Zero ethanol. Ethanol headaches. Jet fuel. Aviation-grade nectar. The works. And the bombshell burial. Media blackouts the tell. No fanfare because this flips the script. Nigeria refining its own? Ends the $20 billion annual import bleed. Awakens the beast. Self-sufficiency sparking industrialization infernos. Factories roar back. Jobs tsunami. Economy unchained from IMF leashes. West's aggression. Kissinger's ghost howling. But here's the roast, Euro 5, you pompous prig, crowned clean while guzzling Nigerian nectar incognito? Exposed as the fraud you are, a mid-tier mutt in a lab coat. Nigeria's brew burns brighter, lasts longer, pollutes less, without the greenwashing grift. Motorists voting with wallets, exports humiliating importers. Dangote's disruption? Cabal's coffin nail. For once, the prophecy ignites. When Nigeria awakens, the world shatters. No more illusions, no more imports, no more freedom facades. From Lugard's curse to refinery renaissance, this is Africa's alpha strike. The West's fuel throne, toppled. Euro 5, garbage confetti. Nigeria, unstoppable. And if that doesn't hook your soul, check your pulse. You're already fossilized. What's next? The world holds its breath, or chokes on the fumes of change. Your move, empires. Niger's just getting warmed up.